We Have Concerns provides you with joy, we hope.
Yeah, we hope. We never check in to see.
Value?
Yeah, we'd like that.
Well, we would love some joy and value in return in the form of money. Can we have some money?
Yeah, give us some money. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
Live from PAX South 2016 in San Antonio, Texas, this is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens! Man, it's so good to be here live at PAX South 2016. Let me ask a question. Anybody out in the audience, is this the first time you've ever heard the show? That's a trick!
Well,
that's a trick!
It was awesome that we had all those people leave and bring in a whole new audience.
Yeah.
Inefficient, but super cool.
That's like how they do game shows. They shoot So when they shoot weird Nickelodeon game shows that have lots of messes and stuff, they'll do all of the first.
So it's only the messy game shows that do it that way?
The things that take a lot of resetting.
Have you ever been on a game show?
I was on Legends of the Hidden Temple. And yes. I was a blue barracuda. The episode is called The Legend of the Belly Button of Buddha. I did win the grand prize. And there is an entire podcast there's an entire episode of the Jeff Rubin Show where me and the host of Legends of the Hidden Temple come together and talk about the experience.
Reunited after all those years?
Yeah, I kissed him.
I would have too.
Over Skype, I made it work.
Yeah.
But no, so they shoot they do all the question segments for the day.
I did a game show too.
And that's what did you do? I'm sorry. What did you do? What did you do? It's about you now.
It was called Lingo.
What?
Nobody's ever heard of it.
Lingo?
Yeah, I lost. It's a word game show though, and I didn't lose. We were in partners, and let's be honest, my partner, she lost. We were coasting to an easy victory, and she misspelled a word.
They paired me with a girl who was a gymnast.
Oh, I hate gymnasts.
Brains and brawn. That's how we did it. That's how we did it. Gymnasts are legitimately the worst people.
They're the worst people.
They helped me out in that one instance, but we can all agree that gymnasts are
you guys all hate gymnasts, right?
Gymnasts. They're always
gymnasts.
I'm just gonna go on uneven bars.
A gymnast is all like,
my core is so ripped.
Watch me do a handstand for an hour and a half.
I can flip through the air or whatever. I'm a gymnast. God, gymnasts are awful.
Gymnasts.
If you ever see a gymnast, punch him in the nose.
Yeah. They'll tumble away. They'll just take it and roll.
Yeah.
And you'll know.
They just back handspring into the ocean.
They're like, dude, I got away.
I made it.
Gymnasts. Oh, God. But a gymnast helped you win the grand prize, so that's pretty cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. They're useful. You can make use of a gymnast.
Right.
People have skills. They come in handy every once in a while. But she was legitimately terrible. As a human being. Go on.
All right. So we have a story to talk about. This is a story about empathy. And this is a story about empathy.
I'm sorry, the story about what?
Empathy. I know you're not familiar with the concept. So when you have feelings and you share some sympathy,
empathy is when you can read people's thoughts.
No.
Empathy is when you lift things with your mind.
No.
Empathy is a disease from the 1800s.
It has nothing to do with the X-Men or diseases. This is...
Are you sure?
There are researchers at Emory University who were looking at the behavior of...
Oh, you meant to say Emory.
What did I say?
Empathy, which is not a word.
Someday you'll learn, and then your heart will grow 3 sizes. Maybe like this. In fact, maybe this is a solution for you because these scientists at Emory University were taking a look at prairie voles. These are little prairie dogs, little looking, gerbil-looking guys. I'm saying that like everybody doesn't know what a prairie vole is. I'm in fucking Texas right now.
There are prairie voles running around in this room.
Yeah, there's 98% of the audience is a prairie vole.
PAX has a horrible prairie vole infestation.
Speaking of which, They're good eating.
Yeah. But get your prairie voles spayed and neutered, everybody.
Another thing we learned on game shows. So it all circular. Anyway, the prairie vole, it turns out, is a very social species, and they generally mate for life. They share parenting responsibilities. They collaborate on building nests. They regularly groom each other. They're very
They go
loving.
antiquing.
They do. They do.
Whenever they go over to somebody else's house for dinner, they always bring a bottle of wine.
Yeah. Very thoughtful voles.
Yeah, they're the best. Get them spayed and neutered, and we have to get them removed from this building.
Disgusting. So here's what these researchers did. They took a pair of voles that were really acquainted with each other, that had some sort of relationship.
Are you afraid to say that they had sex?
This is a family show. They took these
It makes
two-
him nervous. Watch him blush when he says sex.
Oh no, I'm not gonna. The voles, the voles that had a very special kind of friendship.
They shared a special hug,
They did.
and a few weeks later, there were baby voles.
They took these two voles and they separated them, and they electrocuted one of them.
Wow, that took a turn.
Yeah. Scientists, they're dicks.
Do you think, like, they wake up and it's like, man, what can we do to a cute animal today?
Yeah.
There's got to be something we can prove through hurting a cute animal.
You see how adorable those voles are? They're like nuzzle up next to each other and they hug.
Yeah, we should just fuck those up.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was gonna use a computer model to prove something, but now
No.
we found an animal to hurt.
Yeah, we can hurt it all
Science
day.
is the best. What you didn't hear is in each of their hands they were holding a mouse when they high-fived. And they just crushed
They
them
killed
both.
2 mice that day.
And through that, we learned how many pounds of pressure per mouse they can take.
It turns out a mouse can only sustain half of a high five. So that would have been funnier if I didn't fuck it up.
But like by how much?
Not much.
So
like
we
half a high five worth.
One smushed mouse worth of funny.
Yeah. So they electrocuted one of these voles.
Yeah.
And then they reunited them to see what would
Were they
happen.
twin voles? Could the other vole feel it?
No, this is like, it's not the Tomax and Zaymot
Okay.
of voles.
All right.
But that would have been a cool discovery. There are like 4 people that are old enough to remember G.I. Joe cartoons left. So they reunited the voles, and guess what happened? The vole that didn't get electrocuted, like, took care of the electrocuted vole and licked it. And
Did the other vole have to watch? Did the other vole have to watch the vole get electrocuted?
Yes! It saw it get electrocuted, and it came back over, and the vole, like, licked
You
it.
just said they were separated. These scientists are insane.
They separated them through clear glass, and they let the one watch, and they forced it to
And they
watch.
had 2 other voles that held it back.
They
And they just kept whispering, "We're sorry, this is our job. Don't struggle. You'll make it worse.
Yeah.
It'll
And they
be over
built-
soon."
They built tiny little vole toothpicks to put in its eyes, make it not blink. Yeah, and it had to watch. And then when it got reunited, it felt so bad, which is what they were wondering, like, does it have empathy? It went over and it licked its mate and tried to take care of it. So
okay.
the story doesn't end there.
Okay, go on.
But go ahead. What were you going to say?
Now, I'm going to say this. We must come across 3 stories a week where someone's a total dick to an animal to prove that animals can feel things. When are we going to know that they can feel things?
There's still room for doubt because we don't feel things when we kill them, so I don't know.
That's telepathy.
So this is what they did. So they go, well, there's this thing that we know about in humans that's also in voles, and it's called oxytocin. Mm-hmm. And
This
it's
is the love hormone.
It's the love hormone.
Or it's called the love hormone, but that's
Right.
a huge misnomer.
They call it the hormone of hugs sometimes. It's like we think it's the thing in humans and not very often in animals, but evidently in a vole, that will make you feel something for someone.
Yeah, in moments of physical closeness, hugging, gentle touching, like things like that. Like right now, a little bit of oxytocin.
Yeah.
A little bit of oxytocin.
Just
We
put
don't
some
need
in.
to do
I
any
just
more
squeezed
oxytocin.
some
But yeah,
oxytocin into your shoulder.
But it's also used When women are giving birth,
Yes.
there's a lot of oxytocin that gets released.
Just squirts all over the room.
Yeah. So they'll take
don't know
a
how
woman's
births work.
oxytocin levels before she goes into labor, so they know if they need to like put down tarps or wear Tyvek.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a Gallagher show.
Yeah.
Or maybe it isn't. I don't know. So here's what they did. Here's what the scientists did next.
Yeah.
They blocked the transmitter, the neurotransmitter in voles that releases oxytocin.
This is not learning anything. This is not. Oh, hey, voles have oxytocin, so and we have oxytocin, and that makes us feel things.
Yeah.
Let's shock a vole. I wonder what happens.
They feel things.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So the other vole's probably gonna. Let's pull out the oxytocin.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, and then what do you think happens? We don't know, right?
I don't know.
We have no way of knowing. We have no way of understanding or knowing or guessing.
Right.
There's
2
probably
minus
no
1.
other. There's
Who
probably
knows?
no other research. There probably aren't like 15 other studies that were also done on humans that inhibited oxytocin.
No, I don't have a computer.
And if there
or the
is,
internet.
you know what I'm saying? Like la 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 la.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shock a prairie vole.
High five. Oh,
That time,
It is
that
really-
time, it was 2 of those adorable little finger monkeys. Yeah, smashed them right in a high five.
So here's what happened after they blocked the neurotransmitter that releases oxytocin. The reuniting of the voles after the electric shock. Yeah.
I'm real hurt, man. They did things to me. You saw it.
You're fucking embarrassing yourself, Harvey.
But
You're embarrassing yourself.
we dug a hole together.
Yeah, I
We
remember.
went to a dinner party together. We brought wine.
So much wasted time. You're weak, Harvey.
Oh.
You're weak. I watched you. I didn't even need the toothpicks in my eyes this time. I watched you and I liked it.
Well, I'm just.
They let me pull
you
the
don't-
trigger, Harvey.
What?
They let me electrocute you over and over. Carol thinks it's kinky.
Carol's got a lot of ideas. Carol's got a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
So obviously, what happened is the vole didn't care anymore.
the vole did not lick its mate, but it did lick itself. It was like, I'm pretty still.
Oh yeah, just like whoa, that would have hurt me,
Yeah.
but I'm still okay.
Yeah. So the scientists are like, yeah, I think we pretty much proved it.
Can I tell you that I think 90% of the research that's being done around oxytocin is just worthless.
Yes.
Just worthless. There was another study that came out that somebody sent in to us. I don't recall who it was off the top of my head, where they were spraying men with oxytocin.
Yes.
And supposedly, women found these men 15% more attractive after they were sprayed with the oxytocin. Here's my question. Where does that number come from? 15% more attractive than what? These are people that, okay, did they know each other beforehand? Did they show you the person once and you go, oh, okay. And then the next time the person comes in, it's like, I think that guy's like 12 to 15.5% more attractive than I found him before. If I put a number on it, if I used like the universal scientific scale we all use to measure love.
Yeah. The percentage scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100% meaning.
Unless it's metric love, and then the love is only like half as much.
Right.
Which is why people in Europe are heartless.
And
Canada.
And most of Canada.
It's just us and Guam. We're the only people that care. And like certain moments in England, they care.
So here's how this experiment went down. 40 women in their 20s, all of whom were passionately in love with their partner. Half of these women were given a placebo, while the other half inhaled a spray containing syntotoxin, which is like a.
I like anything with toxin in it.
Yeah.
Right up the nose.
This is an oxytocin synthetic.
This study was done in like Studio 54 in 1986.
Yeah. And then they put on some groovy
Yeah.
music.
Put all that science up your nose. Here we go. Woo! Science. Put it up your nose.
So, and then they showed after they had done it, they showed the groups photographs of their partner along with a selection of other men and asked them to rank their level of attractiveness. The results showed that a quick pump of the nasal spray made women find their partners 15% more attractive. Now, I agree with you. That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
It doesn't. That's not. How is that science?
I'm still not fucking him, but it's 15% more. Yeah. I'm 15% closer to not fucking him.
I'm 15% less likely to sign the papers this week.
I think what they're trying to say is 15% more of them said they were attracted. Right?
But shouldn't, okay. But
Which is a fucking tiny number. It doesn't mean anything.
And also, like, these are their partners that they're passionately in love with. So how is the 15%, like, weren't they attracted anyway?
I don't know if you know how love works.
I don't! And you do know that I don't know that.
Yes. So when you see your loved one get electrocuted over and over again, it wears right off.
Yeah.
It wears right off.
Did they let you pull the switch?
Yeah.
No, and this study, number one, I think it's a direct result of like the pop science fascination with oxytocin as the love hormone.
Well, everybody wants to find a love potion, the magic love potion.
Exactly. But this is not it. Because there have been tons of studies where they show that oxytocin is just really like an emotional hormone that gets released, but the emotional reaction entirely depends on your upbringing. Like people who had poor relationships with their families, when they release oxytocin, they actually they tighten up. It's the kind of people where like you hug them, they tighten up. They go, no, like I don't want this, or they get a little irritable. Things
That's
like
when you
that.
gotta just hug them harder, Anthony.
And I know, and you do it all the time.
You just
and
gotta
I don't
hug them
want
harder.
you to do it. No,
And you gotta make them feel it.
I don't want to be hugged any harder.
And you get real close to their ear and you go,
I don't.
it's okay.
Oh, I hate it when you do that.
It's okay. Just open up.
Ugh. No, it's not. Eventually, it's the heat death of the universe. Nothing is
Anthony,
going to be okay, Jeff.
just-
On an infinite timeline, just stop whispering in my ear.
Just release your oxytocin. Just release it right into my hand.
We haven't even laid down any tarps, though.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's going to get all over the Prairie Voles.
They love it. They love it. They love it.
It's like the slime from Ghostbusters 2. That's oxytocin.
Yeah.
Kids, ask your parents what Ghostbusters 2 is.
You're on your back rolling around.
Yeah.
Like,
And everybody's
everybody's
angry, and it's not like, here's Vigo, and the slime is bad, and then at the end, it's like, your love, and it's like all great, and they got the NES Advantage controller.
I know the entire rap from that movie, right?
The Ghostbusters 2 rap?
Yeah.
9.95? No, that's from Ninja Turtles.
His name is Vigo, the master of evil.
Evil, yeah.
Trying to battle my boys, that ain't legal.
Yep.
Had him throwing a party for a bunch of children, and all the while the slime was under the building, so they packed up and hold up, got a grip, came equipped with their proton packs in the backs, and they split. His name is Vigo, the master of evil, trying to battle my boys. Yo, that ain't legal. A childhood alone. No one had any oxytocin for me. There was no empathy for that childhood. There was like, I'll just sit here and watch Ghostbusters 2 again, and then they'll see. They'll care for me.
That's a terrible plan, though. You were not, like, as far as, like, the and then they'll see of plans.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of like one of those deals where it's step one, watch Ghostbusters 2. Step two is, like, question marks. And then step three is, like,
They love
they
me.
know. then I'll show them.
They'll love me. They'll love me someday. If I can quote every movie, they'll love me.
Are you a hugger?
Yeah, you know that.
Are you like a big hugger? Hugs all the time?
I'm
Are
like
you
a
very,
medium-sized hugger.
Yeah. Are you like a?
Fair to middling.
Yeah. Are you super touchy-feely with like friends and family?
Not super touchy-feely. I like a good touch, and I'm not one of those people that will ever.
No one likes a bad touch. No one likes a touch where you have to show somebody on a doll where they touched you.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that kind of touch. We're talking about good touch.
Yeah. I like a good touch.
Sure.
And I'm not one of those people that flinches if someone touches me in a weird way or gets weirded out about that. I kind of like it, and I don't know. I'm fine with physical.
Define weird.
Dude, if I could put my hand on your thigh right now, and just be so fine with it.
Well, that's why I requested us to be separated by 2 different tables.
Yeah.
See,
I wondered why
there
that
are these
was.
super long tables, but I made sure that we were right in the line here.
No, that was
Like a bad sitcom. You just stay on your side of the panel, and I'll stay on my side of the panel.
How do I get past it? Yeah.
I pretended like I was a prairie vole being electrocuted, and Jeff pretended like he was getting pressed up against glass. This is an audio medium.
Yeah. It was a visual gag that didn't even read to the live audience.
Yeah. Straight killing. Would you like to see spiders doing push-ups on a mirror?
That episode hasn't even come out yet, dude. You referenced an episode that no one has heard.
But now when it comes out, everybody's gonna think it's funny. I just made that episode work.
Anthony literally made a callback for
It's a call
one person.
forward.
One person in the world knows what he's talking about.
It's a call.
And it's me.
It's a call forward. I made that episode funny now.
Thank God somebody did. Oh my God, you guys have a little gift waiting for you. This is how we get people to subscribe to our show. Because now you have a little gift waiting for
Finally,
you.
we found out how to do it.
A thing he said now is gonna pay off in like a week and a half.
Don't sleep on this gag. This is some quality gag.
Oh, that is my favorite thing that has ever happened. Wow, that was great. Oh, so good.
People in the audience, I would love to know. Number 1, spiders doing push-ups on a mirror. That was pretty good, right? Number 2, round of applause if you're kind of like if you're a toucher, if you're a physical person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're gonna do like a real cuddle circle later on.
Yeah.
After the end of the show.
We're all gonna put our sweaty clothes into bags and smell each other's pheromones and match up with one another. No.
That's just called PAX.
Yeah. That's called the handheld lounge. That's too many people, not enough beanbags.
Oh, so many Pokemon
Handheld
games.
lounge is a bad touch. Wow, guys, 2 live episodes from PAX South 2016.
Yeah.
My stars. What a time.
Was had by all.
The Alamo is here.
Yeah.
We walked along a river.
All of this is true.
There were so many good times. Did you guys have fun at PAX South?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Did you enjoy the show?
I enjoyed the show.
Would you let me talk to the audience, please? If you enjoyed the show, we would love it if you just pulled out your phones after the panel and like maybe went and gave a little review to the show, maybe on iTunes. Give it like a 5-star. Give it like a
I love the idea of reviewing a live experience.
yeah, as a podcast. Just go to the podcast page. There are things that don't matter. Number 1, it doesn't matter that you're reviewing the live show and not past episodes.
No one
Just give it
reads
5
those
stars.
things.
Number 2, it doesn't matter if you leave a written review.
No one reads them. No one cares.
Does anybody read written reviews? No.
See? Look at that. Unanimous.
So instead, what I'd like you to do is just type in there.
Describe the Prairie Vole problem at PAX.
Yeah. Just describe and what you think we can do to eliminate the Prairie Vole problem at PAX in the future.